Alright, well good evening everybody, my name is Karl and I'll be host for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Betfair Trivia Show. Well, as for the rules, they are fairly simple. Altogether there will be 15 questions for you to answer. Each of these questions will have 4 possible options, A, B, C, or D, and well, only one of them being the correct one. For you to decide which of these answers you want to go with, well, you will have 15 seconds to decide. Keep in mind that if you get stuck with a question, well, you also got 2 lifelines to use, one of them being 50-50 where 2 of the wrong answers will be taken away, then you will be only left with 2 options. And then the other one is Ask the Audience, where you will be able to see which of the answers majority of the people have chosen. In the end, if you do correctly answer to all 15 questions, there's a beautiful grand prize, which is 1,000 quid in golden chips. So, of course, I do wish all of you the best of luck. I'd argue that Karl is already a very hot girl. Thank you, Jeremy Clarkson. Very, very greatly appreciated, right? So I also do hope that everybody's having a beautiful Sunday, fun day. Well, nevertheless, I do wish everybody the best of luck with all these 15 questions. And, well, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Well, alright, everybody, it is time for us to get into the first question. In dry counties in the United States, the sale of what is restricted? Is it A, tobacco, B, guns, C, fireworks, or D, alcohol? And you know, it being the first question, it should be a fairly simple one. Well, nevertheless, A, B, C, or D, is that your final answer? Alright, well, I'm definitely curious to see how many of you will be moving forwards in the show. As for the correct answer to question number 1, it's going to be answer D, alcohol. Well, compliments everybody who did get this one correct. We'll be moving on to the second of the questions. That'll be moving on. What color is the dragon on the flag of Wales? Is it A, A, reds, B, blue, C, whites, or D, green? And well, that's question number 2. Now, alrighty, A, B, C, or D, have you chosen an answer already? Well, everybody, it is time for us to find out which of the answers is the correct one. And as for the correct answer, it is going to be answer A, reds. Well, compliments all 146 of you that did get this one correct. We'll be moving on to question number 3. What was the Spice Girls' first single? Was it A, hello, B, stop, C, wannabe, or D, say you'll be there? And well, that's the third one of the show, everybody. Well, A, B, C, or D, is that your final answer? Well, it is yet again time for us to find out which of the answers is going to be the correct one. And as for this one, the correct answer is answer C, wannabe. Well, compliments everybody who did get this one correct. We'll be moving on to question number 4. Everybody, let's dive right in. As for question number 4, which part of the world uses the internet domain name .gl? Is it A, Germany, B, Guinea, C, Greece, or D, Greenland? And well, that's the 4th one of the show. Well, A, B, C, or D, have you chosen an answer already? Well, as always, it is time for us to find out how many of you did get this one correct. As for the correct answer, it is going to be answer D, Greenland. Well, compliments for everybody that did get this one correct. We'll be already moving on to the 5th question of the show, which is already a bit of a milestone for us. Which musical instrument has 47 strings and 3 pedals? Is it A, double bass, B, harp, C, piano, or D, saxophone? And well, that's question number 5. So as I said, you know, already a bit of a milestone for us. Nevertheless, is that your final answer? Well, it is going to be the moment of truth, everybody, as this is already the 5th question. And well, for the correct answer, it is going to be answer B, harp. Compliments all 111 of you that have made it this far. I mean, 5 questions down, just 10 more to go till the grand prize of 1,000 quids in golden chips that will be shared amongst everybody that will have managed to do so, alright? Moving on. What color is the gemstone called Amethysts? Is it A, green, B, purple, C, yellow, or D, reds? Do keep in mind that if you get stuck with these questions, if you have not used the lifelines just yet, well, of course, you still got the 2 lifelines left to use. 50-50, and ask the audience. Alright, so let's see how many of you will be getting the sixth question correct. As for the correct answer to this one, it is answer B, purple. Well, compliments everybody who did get this one correct. So we'll be moving on to the seventh one. And for you to answer these questions, of course, keep in mind you've got 15 seconds to decide which of the answers you want to go with. What scale is used to measure strength of earthquakes? Is it A, Richter, B, Beaufort, C, Fahrenheit, or D, barometer? And well, that's the seventh one. Well, A, B, C, or D, is that your final answer? Well, alright everybody, let's find out how many of you will be moving forwards to question number 8. As for the correct answer to this one, it is going to be answer A, Richter. Well, compliments all of you, because actually all of you that are still in it got this one correct. And well, let's move on to the 8th one. Moving on everybody. What is India's largest city by population? Is it A, Kolkata, B, Pune, C, Mumbai, or D, Delhi? And well, that's the 8th one of the show. Alright, well, A, B, C, or D, have you chosen an answer already? Yet again, everybody, it is the moment of truth for us to find out which of the answers is the correct one for the 8th question of the show. As for the correct answer, everybody, it is going to be C, Mumbai. Well, compliments everybody who did get this one correct. We will already be moving on to the 9th one. Which street is considered the heart of London's theatre district? Is it A, Shaftesbury Avenue, B, Piccadilly, C, Knightsbridge, or D, Kingly? And well, that's the 9th one of the show. Well, nevertheless, A, B, C, or D, is that your final answer? Well, let's see how many of you will already be moving on to the 10th question. As for this one, well, the correct answer is answer A, Shaftesbury Avenue. Compliments for everybody that did get this one correct. And well, we'll be diving in the 10th one, which is already quite a big milestone for us. What is the modern name of the country once known as Ceylon? Is it A, Bhutan, B, Sri Lanka, C, Indonesia, or D, Thailand? Well, A, B, C, or D, have you chosen an answer already? Well, alright everybody, this is the 10th question, and let's see which of the answers is going to be the correct one. And as for this question, well, the correct answer is B, Sri Lanka. Compliments to all 89 of you that have made it this far. 10 questions down, just 5 more to go to the grand prize of 1,000 quids in golden chips. That will be shared amongst everybody that will manage to correctly answer to all 15 questions. What was the name of the serial killer in the British soap opera Coronation Street, played by Brian Capron? Is it A, Eddie Heath, B, Steve McDonald's, C, Richard Hillman, or D, David Platts? And well, here we go, that is already the 11th one of the show. Well, I'm definitely very intrigued to see how many of you will be moving on in the show. And as for the correct answer, it is going to be answer C, Richard Hillman. Well, compliments to all 82 of you that did get this one correct. We've got just 4 more questions to go, so I do wish all the best of luck. What is the name of the largest of the Isles of Scilly? Is it A, St. Agnes, B, Lundy, C, St. Mary's, or D, Tresco? And well, that's question number 12. Alrighty, well, A, B, C, or D, is that your final answer? Well, as always, everybody, moment of truth. Let's find out how many of you will be moving on in the show. As for the correct answer, it is going to be answer C, St. Mary's. Well, compliments. Of course, props everybody who did get this correct. Let's move on to the 13th one. The word memento comes from which language? Is it A, Spanish, B, Latin, C, French, or D, Greek? And well, that's the 13th one already. Nevertheless, A, B, C, or D, have you chosen an answer already? Once again, of course, knowing now that we are just 2 questions away from the grand prize, that you can use those lifelines if you have not already. Now, if you do get stuck with a question, don't know which of the answers you feel like is the correct one, well, the 2 lifelines are available for you. Nevertheless, as for the correct answer, it is B, Latin. Congrats to those who did get this question correct. Let's move on. Which of these is a popular name for the American state Oregon? Is it A, Badger State, B. Beaver State, C. Pelican States, or D. Rat States? And well, that's question number 14. A, B, C, or D? Is that your final answer? Well, I'm definitely very intrigued to see how many of you will be getting into the final question of the show. As for the correct answer here, it is going to be answer B, Beaver States. Well, compliments to all 72 of you that did get this correct. We are just one question away from the grand prize of 1,000 quid in golden chips. Well, if you have not used the lifelines just yet, this is definitely the time to go ahead and use them, just to make sure, right? But the final question, in what year did Margaret Thatcher become leader of the Conservative Party? Is it A, 1974, B, 1975, C, 1977, or D, 1979? Well, A, B, C, or D, is that your final answer? Well, everybody, let's find out how many of you did manage to correctly answer to all 15 questions. As for the correct answer to the final of the questions, it's going to be answer B, 1975. Well, my congratulations and biggest compliments to all 64 of you that did manage to correctly answer to all 15 questions. As I previously mentioned, 1,000 quid in golden chips will be equally shared amongst all 64 of you. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure to be here hosting this show for you, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Betfair Trivia Show. Of course, if you do wish to continue your evening together with us, you can always check out the the lobby page and join any other table that you wish to continue your evening together with us if you wish to. And of course, the next time we'll be having Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Betfair Trivia Show. If I'll be here hosting it, I'll be more than happy to see y'all. Now let's enjoy your evening, have a beautiful Sunday, fun day, and I will see you around. Bye-bye.